For 5 years, I had never asked for a raise, never advocated for myself, never said, hey, boss, I've done XYZ or all the work I've put in. Can I have a raise? And it seems so logical. And Stacy coached me through that. And it was so simple once I asked. Yes, every level that you go up requires a new version of you.
Yes.
And that really impacted me big time. And I said, wow, I've been trying to operate as this person and I've been in this role. I need to show up as this. I am an SVP of underwriting at a mortgage company out of the DC market. I need to show up like that. I came out of that meeting so jazzed. I said, I showed up like a professional. I did not get anxious. I just showed up calmly, professionally, like an SVP of underwriting would show up.
And you'll win in life by having your soul on fire. Welcome to the Soul Powered Revolution, the essential podcast for high-achieving professional women who are done playing small. I'm Coach Mo, ex-CEO, ex-CO, and creator of the Soul Powered Method that has transformed over 2,200 executive women's careers. Each week, we decode the strategies that actually work for women at the leadership level while keeping your soul intact. Because true power isn't about working harder. It's about leading from your soul. If you're ready to stop dimming your light and claim the success you deserve, you're in the right place. New episodes drop weekly. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and join the revolution of women leading from their soul power. Let's dive in. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Soul Powered Revolution podcast. Today, we are celebrating with one of our wonderful clients, Debbie Bloom, who has leaned in fully. And we're going to talk to her about her journey in the coaching. But the first thing we want to do, Debbie, is to talk to you about what was not working for you before we said hello for the first time and you dove into the coaching. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach Mo Fall, and I have been coaching professional women in up-leveling their careers where you haven't been able to totally get where you really desire to be. And there's usually a hidden reason. And we're going to talk about that with Debbie, what she found out and what she was able to leverage into. I'm a former C-suite executive where I saw other women failing and falling on the career ladder. And I just kept going up. And it wasn't always easy. I learned some of the truth about myself during my breast cancer journey. And that is where I actually came up with the secret recipe, and that is soul power. There were some gears inside of me that I had forgotten about for 20 plus years. And that's what we do to help our women lift up. The first thing is finding that soul. Debbie, again, welcome to the Soul Powered Revolution. I'm looking forward to this interview. You've been such a fun and, I don't know, just lovely client diving into things. And by the way, I want you to share just how busy you were through the whole process, because I think this is something that we sometimes hear from our women who actually don't do the coach. Oh, I'm so busy. I have this and I have that and I have this and I have that. Nothing is more valuable for your future than investing in your career. And I know that you are savvy on money, and that's part of what you do for a career. So welcome, introduce yourself, and then let's dive into the conversation.
Absolutely. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I am an SVP of underwriting at a mortgage company in the DC market. I am a mother of a 15-year-old teenage boy who is absolutely awesome. I am currently finishing up my doctorate degree, and which is adding to my wonderful world right now. And it's been amazing to go through this coaching program. If I have time for it, you have time for it. So it's been a wonderful experience, and I'm just glad to be here. I would love to share everything that I have learned from the program. It's been invaluable.
Super. So when you were watching some of the earlier stuff I sent out there, I have paid ads, I have master classes, I have podcasts. What was resonating, or what were you picking up the signals on that you thought, oh, maybe?
The soul powered, your tagline, because I think spirituality is important to me. And I wanted to show up better. I was When I came to you, I was stressed out and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I had all of these wonderful things happening and I couldn't enjoy it. And
Oh,
they were fantastic. Going to school, raising a child, leading an underwriting department, making decisions on mortgage loans for billions of dollars. And I wasn't enjoying any of it.
yeah.
And I would say, obviously, I was enjoying being a mom, but when all of these other things are stressing you out, coming back to be a mom, you're not fully present either.
Right.
So it was just this state of overwhelmed, stressed out. I saw your ad and I said, wow, that's interesting. And I'm not even on Facebook often. And I was just drawn to it, just drawn. I was like, what is that? And then I started clicking on your videos and man, that seems like it's for me, like truly for me. And then I talked to one of your sales team members.
Yep.
And then I talked to you. And I remember I kept going, I want to commit. I want to do it. I want to do it. And it was just this thing. It just kept pulling and tugging.
Yeah.
And then there was this final moment where I was like, I have to do this, but I don't know. Right after Christmas, like it was, how do I get the money? Like, where do I set this aside? Where I don't want to take it from my retirement. I don't want to take it from these investment accounts. Where and how do I pay for this right after Christmas? And I literally prayed about it one morning. I walked into work that day or came down to my desk because I work from home. And my boss called me and said, we're giving you a year-end bonus. I said, I'm paying for coaching.
You're like, thank you.
Thank you. Hello. I knew I needed it. I knew I needed it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Obviously, you were performing well.
Yeah.
But you weren't feeling as well as you wanted to. You weren't feeling like the thriving mom, the executive. You were bogged down. The first thing we do is help you dive back into your soul and reacquaint yourself with the non-professional version of you. So what were some of the things that light bulbs or aha moments when you came back into who Debbie is as a human?
Wow, so many aha moments. I would say the biggest one was my voice. You helped me rediscover my voice. I did not have one for a good decade. I was not standing in my own power. I was not speaking up. I was not speaking in groups like I should. And I was generally being the quiet little mouse, doing as I'm told, and being constantly stressed out because of it.
Yeah. Such a common trap for busy, high performing women to just heads down, do the work. And things are flying out around at this level. And your title is a high level title. Right. And you're just going through your paperwork, doing the underwriting, doing the stuff, doing what you need to do to keep things rolling. You start to shrink.
We do.
And that shrinking just really enhances self-doubt.
100% agreed.
So you're in your doctoral program.
Mm-hmm.
You're realizing I've shut down internally. Time to bring it back. You found your voice in a couple of different ways.
True.
And let's just talk about how some of that unfolded. You're still in the same company that you were in.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Right? You didn't have to change, and you really didn't want to disrupt that, if I recall correctly.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. You just wanted to get your power back and thrive and also feel like you were ready for the next level. Exactly. Unfold that a little bit for us as the weeks gone on and you kept getting coaching and you kept seeing your soul self and your voice expand. What other things were then possible for you?
A big one was I asked for a raise, right? Like for 5 years, almost going on 5 years, over 4 years, I had never asked for a raise. Never advocated for myself. Never said, hey, boss, I've done X, Y, Z, or all the work I've put in. Can I have a raise? And it seems so logical. And Stacy coached me through that. Yes. And she's amazing at stuff like that. So it was so simple once I asked. Yes. Okay.
You had the information in the right way. Yes. You had the right script, let's call it. So you're
Absolutely.
not going in desperately begging for something you feel like you deserve.
Oh, for sure.
We got you on a high vibration script, mindset, feeling the worth is there. And then your boss agrees. And what else then began to unfold for you?
The dissertation work started to unfold. You went into a coaching, I went into a coaching session with you. You shared your, we were sharing screens together. We were talking about networking. I'm going, this is so easy. You're going, okay, let's go here. Let's meet this person. Debbie, just post about your research. And it was like so practical for you. You were just like, go connect with this person. How about you go have coffee with this person? How about you look at this organization, join them online, and then make a post about your dissertation work and just start that conversation. And I was like, okay. And like, how was I standing in my way the whole time? It was so simple. And you just removed that barrier that was not there. You showed
Mm-hmm.
me
Yeah.
there is no barrier, Debbie.
Yeah.
Just go do it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Like I still get post comments on some of those things I did, what, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago now, and
Mm-hmm.
still generating networking opportunities from it.
Mm-hmm.
So the heavens have opened up for me when it
Yeah.
comes to my voice and networking
Yeah.
and things of that nature. It's been unbelievable. And even in my dissertation work at school, my class, because they knew I had a shy bone, right? I didn't have a voice. And the last semester, while I was going through the program with you and after, they said, wow, your confidence has just gone way up. I had so many people come to me and say, wow, where have you been this
Mm-hmm.
whole time? And I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't know how frustrating it was to want to put input into conversations and to not be able to. And I wanted to participate. I wanted to tell you all about this and that. And when you are not healed, it it does, like you said at the beginning, you feel deadlocked and insecure and you just aren't going on the right path. And then with the coaching, it just opened all of that up. Life has gotten bigger and bigger for me and it continues to grow. I'm literally was just telling a family member the other day, I see things unfolding now. Opportunities I would have never had before because I
Yeah.
couldn't talk. Even being on this podcast with you,
Yeah.
I would have never been able to do this six months ago. No way. I would have been trembling in fear.
Uh-huh.
So for that, like it was worth. I would have paid triple. I'm not. I shouldn't tell you that, but I would have paid
That's fine.
triple
Yeah.
if I would have known the end result.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, we know the end result. My glasses are steaming up. We know the end result if you lean in. And we really try to make sure that the women who we have go through the threshold of saying yes, if you will, are capable and competent in their work, but also really ready to lean in because that is the difference.
Right.
If you would have been, oh, I've done that before. I've tried LinkedIn. Oh, you can't show me anything I don't know. If that would have been like, that's an ego defense mechanism. It's a chip on the shoulder. If that would have been how you showed up for the coaching, you wouldn't have gotten the value out of it. But
True.
you were humble and open-hearted and, oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty simple. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I can do that. And so the way that you described the ease in which it was like, not complicated. And let's face it, a lot of what we do in coaching is not complicated because we know what we're doing. And it's
Absolutely.
just like anything else. I had a plumber put a new shower head in my shower. Could I have done it myself? Maybe, but I would have doubted. Did I screw it in right? Did I use the right things? Is it going to fit? Is it going to fall? And so when we have experts on our side, we can give you the script for talking about promotion. We can show you exactly how to navigate LinkedIn and be a voice for yourself. And there's a little secret weapon that we have, and that is the meditation practices and the way that we help keep you in touch with and connected with your divinity. And this is something that I'm pretty outspoken about. And I was raised Catholic. I don't really practice Catholicism. I feel like that's part of my lineage, but I am very spiritual.
Yes.
And every human being, when they get back in touch with their soul and the power of their divinity, a lot of different things are possible. Could you just describe some of that part of the journey for you? Because the LinkedIn stuff that you went, yeah, okay. Part of that was you claiming your worthiness
Right.
and who you want to be in the world. So tell us a little bit about that journey for you.
The meditation, throat chakra meditation, was my absolute favorite. It changed
Mm-hmm.
my life. I still use it to this day.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It is unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I had done meditation, a Calm app, prescribed actually because of my stressful job. It's
Uh-huh.
been prescribed for me to do that
Uh-huh. Yeah.
weekly. When I got yours, they were a lot different. And at first I would say I was a little resistant to trying yours only because I thought I'm already doing something
Mm-hmm.
good. Yours are so unique and specific that they're very much life changing because of the chakra points.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really meditating on each point using colors, all of the spiritual things that go along with meditation. You're encompassing it all.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable how much it works. And you don't even realize in the moment how much it's working
Mm-hmm.
until you don't do it for a couple days. And you're
Yeah.
like, why am I on edge again? And you're
Uh-huh.
like, oh, you know what? I haven't been calming my body down. I
Yeah.
haven't been calming my mind down. And they are very much life changing in how you have them set up because they're in a unique order, unique points in your body, and they're just connecting that body and mind.
Yes.
And I have loved it. My favorite, hands down, of the entire coaching program has been that. And throat chakra, in fact, I almost recommended it to somebody the other day just for the throat chakra
Yeah. Yeah.
meditation.
Listen, opening up your voice is usually the main thing that's blocking women. Now, a little advanced chakra stuff here for those of you listening. Sometimes people get a shutdown on the word chakra. It's a collection of our nervous system around big glands and big areas of our body where energy blocks tend to get stored. And as women, our voice has been shut down since we were yay big. And we've been raised with fear as young girls, young women, and young adults. I don't know how many times my father put the fear of me in every time I ran. You're going to do what? You're going to run. You're going to be on the side of the road. You're going to all the time getting fear messages because as women, we feel vulnerable in the world. And what happens as we get into the workplace is all of that is choking our energy off. And I realized decades ago for myself that I felt blocked. I felt that there was more in me that I couldn't get out. And when I came across some of the theories and philosophies of our nervous system, I'm a nurse, so I understand the nervous system and the physiology and how energy and our spirituality intersects with all of that. I became not only fascinated with it, but I was really motivated and committed to being an expert on it. And when I noticed the difference of meditating every day versus decades ago, I used to just meditate when I had a big meeting or something, when I needed to get aligned. And then one day I went, why am I just doing it then? Why don't I do this every day? And realizing over the 2,200 plus women who we've coached along the way, this is a game changer because it moves your energy and you don't even consciously know that's what's going on. Because over your lifetime, it's just been like the normal way that you operate. And I'm not just saying you, Debbie Bloom, I'm saying you, professional women out there. And when we can clean and clear that energy through the subconscious by going into a meditation, you don't have to effort to clean it out. And I'm all for therapy. I've been in therapy several times in my life, but you can only mentally move through stuff to a limit. But when you engage all of the other beautiful aspects of you, you can clear energy like a freaking vacuum cleaner. The throat chakra in particular for women is a big part.
I
I'm
loved it. I
Yeah.
still love it.
Yeah. I'm
Love it.
delighted. Now, you have a team of people who reports to you, and I'm sure you're showing up differently for them. Give us a little insight on how that's going for you as a boss.
Oh, big thing I have done is we do celebrations, just Coach Mo.
Uh-huh.
I
That's
just
right.
started it this month, and I tell you, the energy moved from 0 to 100. Normally, when I start that meeting, it's like from the crowd, and I'm really searching. And we started with celebrations this time, and it went phenomenal.
Yeah.
I could not have been happier. The whole time, everybody was engaged with the meeting.
Yeah.
And it was just so much more positive and outgoing. And even in the way I respond in stressful situations, I have
Mhm.
a very stressful job,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And it's fast paced and we're moving. We're trying to get people closed on their loans and their
Yeah.
homes.
Yeah.
And we have lots of people that are calling and wanting this and that. And I have learned to calm down and respond slowly. And even when they're getting stressed out, I don't match that energy, not even remotely.
Yeah. So
And it's it being a leader.
yeah.
You're showing up as a leader. You're not telling people what to do anymore. You're helping them and modeling the example of how to remain calm, how to handle a situation. I'm
Yeah.
sure if you interviewed a few of my employees who've been with me for a few years now, they would
Yeah.
say there's something different with her lately.
Yeah.
I'm quite positive there would be several that would say that. She doesn't
I'm
seem
sure.
quite as on edge as she usually
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I saw the difference in you through the weeks that we were together.
I
And
bet.
and the funny thing is every woman is looking for the fountain of youth to a degree. Everyone.
Yeah,
Let's just face it, okay? And you found it.
right.
And the
True.
fountain of youth is really tapping into our soul. Your face is brighter, it's less stressed. You have energy as a more youthful, vibrant, thriving version of you. Big question here. I'm sure that your 15-year-old son is noticing the difference in his mom as well.
Absolutely. That has been the best of all of this. We are connecting on such a deeper level now. And he knows he has his mom. Like he has my full support. And we've always been very close, but we connect and he talks to me more.
Mm.
There's not this like me asking 1,000 questions and
Yeah.
trying to get something out of him. He talks to me and
Mhm.
he wants to interact with me.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel that distance
Mhm.
anymore. We're even scheduling going to some more concerts and like hanging out a little bit more. And
Yeah.
I have never been happier with my relationship with him. It has
Yeah.
been fantastic. And
That's
we're
great.
honest and
Yeah.
open with each other. And it's one of those things where he'll express something if I said something that hurt him. And even last night, I said something. He's, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that at all. And he goes, oh, okay. And I was like, so it was just these moments of we have this authentic, open relationship
Yeah.
and there's no friction at all. I don't have this teenager friction at
Yeah.
all that I hear about.
Wow.
I'm
So
so
great.
happy.
Yeah. And I got to say, bravo to you. This is a common theme of the moms who we work with
Oh, wow.
because you no longer are needing to protect yourself, which is what a stress response is, where we go into self protection mode. So I'm protecting myself, and everyone is a threat. Everyone out there is a threat. And that includes our kids and our partners and our family members and everyone around us. We begin to be in this such a defensive mode that everyone and everything is against us. And that creates hell on earth.
Agreed. It does.
And again, invoking a little bit of some of my Catholic background, the Our Father prayer is one of the biggest prayers in Christianity, as it is in heaven, as it is on earth.
Oh,
And so when you are a stressed out person, you've created hell on earth. And
agreed.
when you are in the lovely divinity in your soul and thriving, you've literally created heaven in yourself. And that version of us as a human creates heaven on earth.
I love it. I love it. It's true.
Yes.
My internal world is so much more calm. It's not perfect, but it is
Correct.
it
Yeah.
is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's hard to even describe to people because it is so much of a vast difference. It's incredible.
Mhm.
Like you 180. We flipped the complete different direction and we're
Yes.
going on a different path and
Yeah.
we're being kinder to people. We're
Yeah.
responding in ways that we wouldn't have responded before. You're looking at arguments going on and with others or maybe friction and you're going, oh, but there may just be something going on at home, or you're looking at
Yes.
understanding more than judgment. You're being less judgmental towards yourself.
That's it.
And it is so much of a softer, kinder, and more open life.
Mm-hmm.
I could not thank you enough for helping me.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, before we got started this, you've helped me so much.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
Hey, let's take a pause for a moment and get real. If this is resonating with you, the way you get started in working with my team and I is by booking a career clarity call. It's the best hour of clarity you're going to have. Book that call today at mofall.com/talk. You're probably top 10% of women earners on the scale of women earners. And I think, not to necessarily divulge your exact salary, but where you are salary wise, less than 20% are women.
Okay.
So you're hanging out in a boys' club and a man's club, and you're having to navigate that. It's easier when you have that observation status, when you're not stressed out. And I think one of the things that excludes women from the higher ranks is that if we show up as a stressed out bitch,
It's true.
they don't want us at the table.
100% true.
And most women don't have the tools to navigate their nervous system and to be at that place of peace and calm and making decisions from a place of absolute confidence in who you are. And here you are in absolute confidence of who you are. This is how we ascend senior VP to C-suite. This is how we are naturally invited to the next level because our hair's not on fire. And when your hair's on fire, people at the higher levels don't want you in their midst because that's not how they're rolling. And I found this out as I moved up the career ladder myself, that the higher up I went, the calmer people were.
Yes.
And I'm like, so maybe I should just be like calmer. Maybe I shouldn't stress out about stuff. I know how to get work done and I'm pretty good at what I do and I'm smart and people like me generally. I just had to make this big identity shift because so many women have this badge of courage that when they're hustling and working hard, and when you're in the office, you always know the people that come with all sorts of stuff with them and they're like, oh, glad I make it to the meeting. Like they're having this badge of courage that they're so stressed out and overworked. It's an identity that we need to just put down, ladies. Enough. That just means you don't know how to delegate. It means you don't have good time management skills, and it means you don't respect yourself. So I know you got a lot out of Stacy's coaching.
Yes.
Former CEO. I've been in the C-suite, COO, my last role, and I was a CEO of a smaller healthcare company about 20 years ago. There's a difference when you're getting coached by someone who is reported to boards, who has had ultimate responsibility and accountability and authority to a profit and loss statement, who's been through mergers and acquisitions and buyouts and private equity and sort of the dude role on the financial world. And when you have that level of coach helping you navigate promotions, helping you navigate LinkedIn, showing you how to be, really, what were some of the takeaways on that, if you will?
Again, invaluable coaching there. You've sat in the seats that I want to be in. What is involved with that room?
Right.
Psychologically, right? Because there's a lot happening psychologically in that room.
Mm-hmm.
There, you know how to show up. You know how to present yourself because One thing you said during one of the coaching sessions was every level that you go up requires a new version of you.
Yes.
And that really impacted me big time. And I said, wow, I've been trying to operate as this person and I've been in this role. I need to show up as this. I am an SVP of underwriting at a mortgage company out of the DC market. I need to show up like that. I need to come prepared to meetings, every meeting, whether it's a 5-minute meeting or an hour-long meeting, not just your big meetings.
Yep.
You need to show up for those talks. You need to come in that room confidently. I was just in a big meeting on Tuesday, and it was me and one other woman and 4 men. And it was a big meeting to discuss some reporting and late payments and things like that. And did my throat chakra in the morning meditation.
Yep.
And during the middle of the meeting, I just remember going, wait for the moment for you to speak, and just speak when it's your turn. And twice I spoke up and they were perfect. Both times. I came out of that meeting so jazzed. I said I showed up like a professional. I did not get anxious. I did not start panicking when people started saying things I didn't like, or when somebody came in with some aggressive tendencies, I didn't get aggressive back. And I just showed up calmly, professionally, watched the room, which is a little hard over Zoom, but I still did it.
Yep.
And I just showed up like an SVP of underwriting would show up. And you have to have that, right?
Yes.
You have, and having you two, you are just both incredible at knowing how to show up like that CEO, like the COO, or whatever C-suite level you're in. You know what is entailed, and even if it's not the same industry, you knew exactly what, both of you knew exactly what to tell me, and it was great. Like, I've been showing up so much differently.
Yeah.
So much different.
I know it because I know who I'm talking to right now. And I do remember who I talked to at the beginning of your journey. I do. And it is one of the most humbling and rewarding things is to take not only my expertise and experience forward, but obviously the entire coaching team, our resume coach, our LinkedIn coach, our performance coaches, all the expertise we have to say, here, Debbie, let's walk you through this process. Let's help you get yourself back. Let's help you get that promotion, that raise, that sense of self, be able to talk about your dissertation, be proud to be able to be a thriving member of your executive leadership team and advance and complete your dissertation. By the way, we still have to close the loop on how we can help you with that. Okay. And if you were looking at Debbie a year ago, knowing who you are today, what would you say to her?
Oh, wow. I would say, you are amazing. Be proud. You are going to be in such a different spot a year from now, a person you don't even recognize. You're going to be happy, full of a peace, a sense of peace and joy. Not every day will be perfect, but you'll be able to conquer the days. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing that I've been most proud of at the end of the day is how emotionally and spiritually mature I've become. Uh-huh. And that has been amazing, because I used to show up so immature in some instances, and just outside of work, inside of work. And I look back now and go, yikes. With the knowledge I have now, obviously forgiving of that person, but I had to be her to get here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say that's what I'm most proud of. I imagine how us women to think about things. And I even imagine, what would I do in that situation? And I am so shocked at how I would handle it. Just scenarios of, I'm like, oh, how would I handle that? You're talking to a friend and they're going through something, and you get off the phone, you're like, would I have handled it like that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Debbie, you're growing as a human. That's amazing. Yeah. You're showing up for people more and for your family more. So it's been wonderful. It's really nice to see how emotionally and spiritually mature I've become. So great.
So good. And I am all in on you just creating a trajectory that is so much more positive for you and your family.
Yes.
You've shifted that entire trajectory. And that is a gift that keeps on giving for you. Like, that is the whole idea of compounded interest. That is just beyond compounded interest. It is something you can keep stacking on. And I don't know if you know this, but we just came off of our client retreat. And some of those women who were at the retreat this past weekend, I've been coaching them for 6, 7, 8 years, some of them.
Wow.
And seeing who they are year after year is just amazing. And this is the beginning of a new version of Debbie. I know that to be true. I know that to be true. There is amazing unfolding yet for you. And I'm delighted to have this conversation. I'm delighted to see who you've become. And I'm just honored to have been able to guide you. My team and I both, all of us, are just super excited for who you've become in the world. The world is a better place because of the commitment that you made to yourself.
Oh, thank you. I could not have done it without you and without Stacy and with the other coaches. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So good. So good. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up this interview? I'm just smiling ear to ear here with who you've become. Really great.
I think we covered it all, Mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. We did. It's been fantastic. And
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier with
Yeah.
who I am today. That's where it boils down to. At the end of the day, I'm proud of me.
That is where everyone wants to live.
Right.
When they're proud of themselves. And you're obviously shining bright for the other people who count on you, rely on you, and see you in the world. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for your time. Thank you for trusting us. And it's been a pleasure. And we will continue to see you grow and thrive at the next level. Folks, it can be possible that you can have the same journey that Debbie had. You have to lean in. And yes, there is an investment for all the expertise we offer, of course. And we're pretty bold about the return on investment. So how Debbie got started was she booked a call with one of my coaches, and that's mofall.com/talk. That's the beginning. It's like going into the primary care office and taking your vitals and talking through what's not working. And if we can't help you, we'll let you know that. And if we can, we're going to advocate heck to help you, because we want to see more thriving souls and thriving careers and thriving moms just like Debbie. Debbie, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome. For sure. Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. Bye, folks. This is Soul Powered Revolution with career coach Mo Fall. We're here to change lives, lift souls, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks again, Debbie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Everything that women face in the corporate world, in life actually, can be counterattacked, counteropposed by a woman's powerful internal sense of being. And I call that your soul power. I want to help more women understand their soul power, and I want to create a soul-powered revolution. This is Coach Mo, mofall.com.